to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wyoming Cowboys taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cowboys will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tennessee's offense has the ball first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab right down the middle. Touchdown ball! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wyoming's offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing.
Turning it on! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Working the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of the quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Wade. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Catch in the middle, it's Wade. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Cowboys, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Wyoming. Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. At the 35, he's got goal. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. They've been running it, but now the pass. Punts it out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside kid. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working. The Cowboys have this offense rolling. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Open.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Vols will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got a man, it's Wade. There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Wade. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Using his legs to buy some time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Rushes on him. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look back.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They boot it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today.
And the Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Going to the run to start this second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Great move. Now he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tennessee. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Complete to the right. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. That's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And moved into the red zone. Handoff to the single running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Cowboys didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here comes the heat. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Buys a little extra time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. Going to sling it on second down. He's got him in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Vols will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. The snap sets up to throw. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wyoming. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And they'll try to tack on 2.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Rides the back and leaves it. Runs through the tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the ball's in a good spot here with second and short. Quickly complete. Just ran him over. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on second and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown ball! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it on the left. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On target to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I like a very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Going for it all. Touchdown, Volunteers! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by just 2 over Akron. If it
Reels it in down the left side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Under fire. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick-6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped